Hello, everybody. Welcome to Disabilities Redefined by Dr. Wagner. We are here in the editing station. A very noisy one. But you know what? Listen, you're going to love this episode. It is very full of emotion and love. Our great good friend Terry Khashram, who's a regular on the show from 40 Below Zero, joined us. And yeah, you're going to love this episode, so enjoy. Fever going on, and I'm like, but he knew about it too, so I think he kind of understood as well.
If
So,
he's human, then who cares? Yeah, I get you.
yeah, no, he's a great guy. We did a great thing. So, what's going on over there with you? What's happening?
Oh my God, my foot, my cat. I'm okay. Everything's okay in the end of the day, but I broke my foot. I don't know if I told you.
You did tell me.
And my cat passed away. We had to put her down.
Today?
Dude, no, like a week ago, a week and 2 days. But that's why I kind of like just came off the grid for like 4 days so I can just grieve. It was really sad.
I can imagine it's very sad, but now, did she come back to life, or is that a new one?
I have two. This is one. The other one's passed away now.
How old was the other one?
That's what kills me. 3.5 years old.
Yeah, that is tough, because I'll tell you, just to share, and everybody knows you're famous from the dog grabbing you and pulling you into wheelchairs. So dogs are part of and animals are part of your life. But when I first got my first pet was a little Pomeranian, and he at like 6.
We talked about this. I love Pomeranians.
Yeah, but he almost passed away. He was like 6 months, and he almost passed away.
Why?
His blood dropped, and I rushed him to the hospital. I had very little money at the time, so they took him, and they were like, you know what, Truett, look, if we'll do what we can for him, but he's really underdeveloped. His little skull wasn't developed. He was tiny. And that dog lived to be 11 and a half years. But I
Wow.
said, and the other one lived to be 16 and a half. But I said at that time that if you can get 10, 15 good years out of a dog, you can let them go because you've known that they've had a good life. But to, go through it and have it happen where one is taken away so young, I understand that's got to be tough.
Can I tell you something? The vet uses terminology that I'm not happy with. And I don't know if it's okay. As a server in a restaurant, we all know we're nice. We get tips, right? And, I managed some restaurants back in the day, okay? And there's some advices like when you put a drink down on the table, you put a cocktail napkin. Why? Not because of spillage, but because it's classy. And the more classy you present yourself, the more classy they feel the establishment is, the more you deserve more tip. Every cent matters to a server, right? I feel like that's what the vet did. I feel like the vet is trying to support its industry because they kind of didn't push us, but they wanted us to send to the next level of finding out why her liver reacted the way it reacted. And the way she said it was she ingested something. Do you know what she ingested? And I'm crazy. You have no idea. Nobody was ingesting anything in my home. Like even Jade, like I'm crazy. Like no one feeds my cats. I don't drop stuff and leave it on the floor. So I'm driving myself crazy because now I feel like I killed my cat.
Oh, no. Hang on a second.
Killed me, dude. 3.5 years. I was, you know what I mean?
But the vet could have meant something to the effect of maybe a certain kind of food, or,
I know.
It could have been something as simple. I mean, listen.
I'm not hating on the vet. She also said the white blood cell count was so low or high, I can't remember. So I'm not.
No. It's okay if you listen to me. It's okay if you want to hate on the vet. Just don't hate on yourself. That's what I'm saying. Because again, we know it's tough, but don't laugh when I say this. Talking about, okay, don't laugh. All right.
Okay.
One of my vets. Now I live in New York City. Okay. Now you're gonna laugh. I know you're gonna. I mean, And the screen is not even. Let me go put the screen on full screen. We over here with this, and he didn't do this. Hang on a second.
Are we recording, by the way?
Yes.
I hope we're recording because this is funny.
Yeah, this is. So anyway, so here I go with my little Japanese chin. who's 8,
Yeah.
and he is after a certain number of years, I've always just stopped giving them their yearly shots and their rabies and all that because it's in their system. So the vet wanted me to have some kind of, I don't even know what it was, some sort of shot. And I'm like, but he doesn't ever go outside unless it's in Central Park. He's not like an outside dog, and, he's not going to come into contact with anything that he would get this sort of virus you're referring to. Now, listen, the vet is a very intelligent woman. God forbid I love her. If she sees this, I'm sorry. But she goes, well, there's always bats. I'm like, bats? She goes, yeah, bats. Bats sometimes live in New York. I'm like, but he's a house dog. How is a bat going to fly in my building? She goes, well, they might be in the roof. And I go, well, yeah, but maybe when I'm not home, but Jagger doesn't go to the roof. He lives on the building.
Yeah. It's a far-fetched thing.
Yeah, it was a very far-fetched thing. So, but she said at one time there was a few cases where the dogs had, and maybe it was in Central Park, had got bitten by these bats. So, hey, look, I don't know. But they do ingest bugs. They do ingest things from the street. If you ever let them outside for a few minutes, they could ingest anything. Okay? So I don't think I think that what I really believe what's happening is you're trying to re-examine what maybe you could have done differently. Is that?
It just kills me. A week before she passed, a week before this happened, she was in my arms. And I had this moment with her. Like, I don't tell anyone this, but I had this moment with her where I looked at her and I said, like, I love you. You're here. Relax. This is your home. You're safe. There's nothing that's going to happen to you. I just give them that reassurance, as I did with her, really, when she was younger. So it was just that moment, and that moment just spins around my head. And after that, I don't even want to give her any loving.
No. Well, okay, well, let's just spin this for a second because it sounds like that was a
Sorry,
great...
I sound like I'm all over the place.
No, you don't. No. Listen. First of all, it's tough. You need to cut yourself some slack and stop trying to hide your emotions or stop trying to justify them or stop trying to push them away. Welcome them. Embrace them. It's tough at this time because, as I stated, we all do that. Whenever you lose a pet, of course you want to look at yourself, much less if you're a good person. We do that with certain people will do that with friendships. No matter what happens in the friendship, well, what could I have done different if it breaks up? Or, of course, it was the same thing with most of us whenever the first one goes, and the first one that I just spoke about, even to this day, I'll beat myself up. Not good, not healthy. But at the end of the day, what I do like to look back over, and it's tough at this time, but those sweet moments that you had where the cat felt great and the cat felt wonderful. If she was in your arms, cats just don't stay in people's arms. They, So she probably did feel amazing, and she probably did feel loved, and you loved her. So in that respect, you did a great job. And of course, Terry, what kind of response should you be doing? I mean, you've got emotions, and what should you be doing right now except feeling the way you're feeling? I just wish I could jump through the Zoom and give you a big old hug myself because I'm getting upset just looking at you, man. It's okay. It's all right to feel this way.
Oh, I know it is. It's just when you do everything you can and it still fails. It's like, what the,
Well,
anyway.
Okay, I can't argue with that. I'm not going to argue. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen. Let's get real for a second. Her life plan was to leave at 3.5.
I get it.
You did not fail. The life was there. Up. He knows what he's doing with all of us, all creatures. And I think that, it's great, and I'm getting upset now, too. I don't want to be crying on my own show.
We're good.
God forbid, I'm a 60-year-old man up here about ready to cry. But it is tough, and much less when somebody who I care about is in
I'm fine. I really am fine. I'm glad I have Lily. I'm fine. It's
And
just,
what
it
about
just
me? You glad you got
I
me?
have you. I have a lot of people. I have you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have you on demand, you know?
But
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it down. You know, this is why
Terry,
I'm
I'm
not
loving this. Look, laughter
even
through.
even I talked about this on my show and it
What?
didn't even
Listen to
shed
me.
any emotion.
I
I kept it
remember.
strong.
Listen to me. Look, 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 look.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
As Sally Field said in Steel Magnolias. No, as Dolly Parton said in Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, yeah.
Laughter through tears is our greatest emotion.
Agreed.
I love the fact that I'm not bothered about getting all worked up here, and because I care. I just don't want you to be all worked up. But what else do you expect at this time? Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
You've been through it's cold in here. You've been through a little bit of a experience. So
Yeah, yeah. And it brought back memories from Jade, my dog.
right,
So it was just, that's it.
right.
You think it'd be easier, but it's not going to get easier, does it? Like, how many animals have died on you?
No, yeah, no. It's not going to be easier. It never is.
Why
And
get animals?
yeah,
But yeah, I know.
Because, well, I'll tell you the reason why we get animals because, and this will help, because there's a lifetime that we get to spend with them. Death is only an incident. And in this cat's case, the lifetime was just 3.5 years. That was the life. That was what it was meant to be. And, it would have been great if it had been longer, but it wasn't. So, sometimes, as bad as I hate to say it, I never encourage anybody to choke back the tears. I always say let them roll.
I hear you, man.
You
I
know?
had enough of that shit.
So let the tears roll. But even then, sometimes we just have to say, suck it up, buttercup. It's not what I wanted, but that's just the way it is. And live through
appreciate
it.
that, man.
We have to live through it.
And, the reason why I don't talk about it much is also because who am I? I'm not that important. You had a dog. He's had a dog. He's had a cat. Everyone has a cat that died on them or a dog that died on them. So who am I to feel so special? But guys, you don't understand. My cat died. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So I'm
I
just
get
like,
it.
Whatever.
I get it. I get it. So, and it's great that you shared this with me and whoever else is out there that's going to hear it. I'm
time.
just
Thank you.
embarrassed because I didn't think I was going to be crying tonight on TV.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, man.
At least you're crying on that sweater. I mean, it's a good sweater to cry on.
I know. And it's...
You're the only one that has a sweater.
I love it.
That's so prestigious.
You guys need to put some merch out there
We will.
something.
I started making some hats too. See the hat up there.
Oh, I love that. What about a skull?
Yeah.
If you have any skull caps, send them for the fashion show. We're having a fashion show here on December 19th, which is a filmed fashion show, which means it'll be a fashion show, but it's going to be edited and put together, kind of for anybody who out there who's going to Macy's, they'll see some designers will put fashion shows together specifically for the brand and for kind of like a fashion show commercial type thing.
Cool.
I don't know how to speak of it. I don't work in fashion anymore, but
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we're doing it that way. And then on February 16th, we're screening it because that's going to kick off the Fashion Week. So we're going to Fashion Week here in New York. So, and Miss Wheelchair USA will be here. If you guys want to make it that week, we would love it. It'll still be cool. And
I am good whenever.
okay.
Nick apologizes. He says it's like you're catching him on the bad time. It was his drum circle tonight.
What?
He does drum circle.
Oh, okay.
He has many
Dude,
drums.
can
where
I
he
tell you
just-
what I thought you said?
What? What? Say it.
Drug circle. I'm like, I just can't imagine Nick passing it around through a circle. I can't see Nick doing that at all. Yeah, I can see him in the gym working out and everything. Yeah, but not being in some
Drug circle.
Yeah. So what else is new going on over there in Canada?
It's funny because he used to be a police officer too.
I know that's exactly. I know he used to be. I know, and he's always in shape as well. He looks like he goes to the gym quite a good bit. Yeah. So anyway, listen, everything is good. So just we've already got, I think, like 10, 15 minutes. We only have a few minutes left. So quickly, how has it been?
the first year and a half or so, 2 years of having a podcast, and now you've got a YouTube channel. How does it feel to be part of, the new age of social media? And you're still young. That's something that you and Nick are still young. I feel sometimes like I'm loving it with me because I'm kind of older, but yet I'm still part of it. But you all are still in the mix of being young and loving it. And so anything you'd like to share? Any incidents? Anybody getting in touch with you? Any other media things you got going on?
I get a lot of feedback. That's the main thing about the show. Is I get a lot of feedback from people saying that thank you for sharing that, and then a lot of people open up, but it's all through email. It's people are still hidden. No one wants to come out and say what's really going on. But once I share something about my life that's so personal, they come right up to me and they say, this, and this happened. I'm like, why don't you share that on our Instagram? Why don't you write that as a comment? And no one wants to do it. No one has that, vulnerability skill.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, go ahead.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because when you get one, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. When you get one person that says, thank you, and you're like, you're thanking me? This is therapeutic for me. I'm doing this for me too. To let people know this is what I'm going through, who can relate to me. And then when they thank me, it just takes that one thank you and you're like, wow, dude, it means the world to me. It keeps me going.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I don't care what I don't care like the numbers and all that stuff, Really, I just keep going.
Yeah, I think that social media is great that way. I'm reading a very good book right now. I want to make sure I get it right because this book is really good. And give me 1 second. Let me find Kindle. I'm going to give this young lady a shout out. Two Sides to a Face. And I'll edit it in. But it's Two Sides to a Face. And it is a great book. And she speaks of how when she got pregnant and she was going through the feelings of postpartum, social media was a great thing. And I said that to you when you guys first started. Social media does have its bad, it's not perfect, but it has a lot of positive energy and factors that a lot of people have that has really enriched a lot of people's lives. So you're doing a great job.
I feel like people are hating on egos. So as long as you don't have an ego, I think people tend to not pay attention to you in a negative way. Mm-hmm. As long as you don't have an ego. If I'm going on saying, yeah, MS, I kicked MS's ass, I'm fine, you don't know what's going on, I'm strong, and I have this big ego, then people want to pick on people with strong egos. This is my belief. Maybe I'm wrong, So
I think
I'm really glad. And the reason why I started this really was because of you, because in the beginning, you found such attraction to that video of the dog pulling me off and you're laughing. And that was the whole purpose. The whole purpose was to share with the world. And I felt like Instagram, my little support groups that I was running, wasn't enough people to help. So I'm like, we got to go public and just see what people can take from our show, just to let them live another day in a happy state.
Well, something that I'll always remember about me and my first time whenever we did our interview is after the interview was over, you were like, I'm like, you were nervous? I'm like, dude, you were a natural. And it was amazing because I think I did maybe two or three shows that day and you were new and the other people were coming back. So I thought that their shows were going to blow it out of the ballpark. And about a week later, the one who had got more hits and views here in New York was actually your interview. I was
That's
like,
funny.
wow. And didn't you say that you got like a up in numbers or something over there on your social media that after
on
our
Facebook? Well, I don't know what happened, man. It like blew up the next day. And then I realized you really are, because man, I never believed you. I didn't do enough research on you to know that you're really on TV. I found the channel, by the way. I can get the channel online. I can watch it whenever I want. But I didn't know until the next day I got all these friend requests. And it was the disability world.
Right.
It was wheelchairs, handicap, amputees, everything. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I think like maybe 2 months later, I think my dog passed away, or maybe 6 months later, and then I closed everything. I went through something, whatever. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
So
I I still say that our audience really is very much still on TV. We do okay with social media. I'm only now like doing shorts and things like that, but we do okay with social media. But at the end of the day, the real audience, well, I won't say the real, what am I trying to say? We get a larger audience on the old-fashioned TV screen. Yeah.
I think we all understand, like before you even said that. And
Yeah.
it's New York. Do you know how busy New York is?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, listen, I see our time is coming to an end for our segment here. I don't know what to say, Terry. Look, buddy, you are amazing. You mean so much to me. I'm glad I got to be here with you just to go through this. I don't even want to call it an interview, just a conversation this evening. I do want to say publicly, thank you for sharing who you are and your emotion and the word you use, vulnerability. What we went through earlier, I think this is going to make you laugh again, so I'll say it. What we went through earlier and me coming, well, I did break down, you might as well say, but that's the reason why I did not become a psychologist, because I was on the path to becoming a psychologist, and after 4 years of counseling addicts in a methadone facility, going through my trajectory, I switched. I am a doctor, but it's mostly in research and that side, scholarship. But I've opted out, and I became a career counselor and psych professor, teaching and a little less heavy. I enjoy counseling. I enjoyed mental health, but my team of academics said, Truett, you cannot detach. And we have it on film. I can't detach. So as we saw earlier today, I enjoyed it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like getting emotional with you. But that ain't what a counselor is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be able to either then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to either.
Yeah, so any young person out there about ready to embark on a field in counseling, don't use what happened today as a
Because real men don't cry. Just joking.
No, they do, just not
I
not the
know.
one who's supposed to be. And I wasn't supposed to be counseling tonight, so I could cry if I wanted to. Shit, it's my show.
You're awesome, man.
All right,
Yeah.
buddy, you're the best. I
All right,
can't
send me the
wait.
bill for this one today.
2026, you're going to come to New York?
Yeah,
You promise?
I'm pushing.
Okay,
I'm already, pushing in my mind. Don't worry.
we'll get you here.
Okay.
All right, you can call me later if you want to talk, all right?
Anytime, you know that.
All right, take care. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.